Hello, friends. We are back, and this is the final chapter of Unnecessary Chaos. I'm going to read a few paragraphs left of the book, and then we're going to go into the stolen files. And this is just going to be led by the divine. So if I stutter, it's staying. If I pause, it's staying. If I mess up my words, it's staying. I'm not cutting any of it. I'm not stitching any of it together. This is it. So it's going to be raw, unfiltered. So let's get started. To deny or negate any part of the whole self, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, is to view and accept ourselves as an inferior being of limited capabilities and limited consciousness. However, if you know that you are your whole consciousness, or even if you think that there may be more to you than what you've heard or learned or believed prior, then allow your consciousness to expand even more and make itself, yourself, even more aware of your whole beingness. Once you expose a shadow to light, the shadow itself becomes the light. Love is truth, and light is knowledge. In this profound awakening of humanity, in this now moment, the light of truth is being remembered once again. We are remembering who we truly are. It is we ourselves that are being unveiled, not some great unknown mystical piece of knowledge that is now just surfacing. In this unveiling of ourselves, of our creative God force within, the wholeness of our being, the totality of our true soul essence, will forever change the course of your own unique experience of life, as well as humanity itself. Now it is always our choice to continue to perceive through a veil of illusion, to continue to walk blindly, uniformed with conformity, to continue to be a slave to the false perception of time. But why would anyone choose that when you can choose to see and perceive through eyes wide open? But who are we, really, with eyes wide open? What is our true soul essence? There are some that believe that we are the observer of our inner talk and not the actual one that is speaking. Some believe that we are only consciousness and we are only observing our world and not literally living in it. Some believe that we are the space in between all that is. But those views are narrow and restrictive and binding. They only represent a small portion of who we actually are. Our true soul essence is a multidimensional consciousness. We exist on many levels, in many different forms, in many different realms, with many different facets to our being, and many different aspects of self, all simultaneously. We are the one internally speaking and the one observing it. We are the one viewing the world around us and the one living in it. We are the one who is in the flow of energy and the one who falls out of the flow from time to time. We are the one who has it all together and the one who sometimes may feel lost, scared, or alone. We are the one who is teaching and the one who is learning. We are the existence of physicality and the space in between. We are all of that and more. And that concludes the book, Unnecessary Chaos. Well, actually doesn't conclude the book because now we're going to talk about the stolen files. But it does conclude that portion that was written. The rest of this is going to flow with spirit. So let's do this. I would imagine that this information is very important because these are the files that were stolen. And apparently they don't want this truth coming out. So I don't know. I've noticed that they've controlled the views on my videos in YouTube. They've also have deleted comments. So I don't know who this is going to reach, how many it's going to reach. But even if it reaches one person that needed to hear it, that will completely open their eyes and transform everything within them, then everything has been worth it. So, all right, let's talk about this first fear that we can absolutely demolish. The fear that, or the belief that there is some sort of a higher power or force or God or goddess, whoever, that continues to test us throughout our life, thinking that we're going to either receive a pass or a fail result from it. That's not true. God, the divine, great spirit, whatever name you choose to use, doesn't test us. We're in a dimension where we learn lessons. Some of them are very, very difficult, and some of them we have to repeat only because we have not evolved to the next level of consciousness. It has nothing to do with a passing grade of A or a non-passing grade of F. It has nothing to do with that at all. God doesn't test us. The divine doesn't test us. We are in a school, you could say. We're in a school and we're learning life lessons. And it's not that we pass or fail. We evolve each time that we go through a lesson. We talked about this in previous chapters. We go through things throughout this ascension process again and again and again because it unravels each layer. And each layer we go deeper and deeper into higher states of consciousness. So there's no pass or fail. There's just lessons that we're learning. There's no punishment from God. God doesn't punish us. The law of karma, what you put out returns. And karma is only karma when it's out of the hands of humans. Otherwise, it's just low vibrational mentality. It's ignorance. When a human being thinks that they're going to impose karma on someone, that is nothing but ignorance. Karma is out of the hands of humans. It's in the hands of the universe. So let's just get that out of the way. God, the divine spirit, is not testing you and you're not being punished. It's all a matter of lessons, and what you put out comes back. And we keep learning. Every time we go through something, we just keep learning. So, the learning can be uncomfortable. Granted, it can be uneasy. Sometimes it can even feel like it's unbearable. But it's what we're here for. We're here to evolve, to return back to our true soul essence. So hang in there and know that whatever you're going through, it's not a test. You're just learning lessons, and you can do that without the fear of being punished. The only fear that you need to have is a reverential fear to the divine, which does not mean fear at all. What it means is respect, utmost respect and honor. So, all right. The next thing I want to talk about is the ascension process, because a lot of people tend to go into a fear stance on that, thinking that they've fallen behind, or they're not going to make it all the way, or they need someone to get them through the next level of ascension. There are so many people out there that are making a lot of money telling you that I can get you to the next level of ascension. I can take you all the way. That's not true. There's people here that are here to guide, but they are here to guide you back to yourself. Your inner self, your higher self, the God within you, knows the truth. The God within you, the divine within you, your higher self is leading you through this ascension. There is not a single human being on this earth that can get you to the next level. Only the divine God spirit within you can get you to the next level. You, your higher self. You don't have to worry about falling behind or not making it or not getting to that next level. The other thing is 5D. Everyone talks about 5D. That's fifth dimension. Do you know how many dimensions? The dimensions are numberless. Just absolutely numberless. So why would anyone want to stop at 5D? I mean, everybody's got everyone convinced that 5D is the ultimate. Heck no. There are numerous dimensions within the mind, within your true soul essence that you can integrate within yourself. Don't stop at 5D. Don't let people tell you, oh, 5D's it. This is where it's at. No, it's not. You can go deeper and deeper and deeper into your divine essence. So don't let that stop you. And don't think that you are not going to get there unless you have somebody literally holding your hand and walking you through it, because that's not how it works. The other thing that we want to talk about now is the word out there is time jumping. You're jumping into another place in time. As long as you keep focused on time, you're going to remain in a unawakened state. And this is how I don't really want to name any names. This is how the powers to be on this earthly realm try to keep you in an unawakened state, is by, even in your awakening, even in your ascension process, they try to slip in these little things like, oh, here's time jumping, but it's keeping your mind, your mental frame, in a state of unawakenedness. The time concept does not exist. And as long as they can slip that little bit of unawakened term into your consciousness, there's a portion that's still remaining unawakened. Time doesn't exist. There is no time jumping. The only thing that time jumping means is that you are going from one state of consciousness to another state of consciousness. And it may be a giant leap forward into consciousness, but there is no time jumping. So try to remove that from your conscious awareness, because time jumping doesn't exist, because time doesn't exist. It is all fabricated. And, that's just another way to... Here's the biggest thing. Be aware of anyone that tries to make you feel like you have fallen behind, or that you need their absolute help to get to your next step, or they try to instill fear in you in any way, shape, or form. If your inner being is telling you, I've just stepped into a state of fear, or I have just stepped into a state of I'm not as good as everyone else because I'm not where everyone else is, then that is false narrative. That is fabricated fear, and you need to step outside of that. Take some time, meditate, pray, whatever you do to return back to your inner self, turn back into your higher self, your true soul essence. And that will be removed. You won't have to stay in that state of mind anymore. Let's talk about the state of resistance. When you are vibrating at a higher vibration internally, and you're consistently keeping that higher vibration, and your vibrational field is carrying that higher vibration, you are tapped into your true soul essence, things will start to rearrange themselves in your life. People will drift away. Situations will drift away. You may move. Everything may turn upside down. And that's okay, because that is all clearing out. It's clearing out all the debris and energetic blockages that may be there. It's not like you keep a high vibration and then in 7 days everything's great. You don't ever have to worry about your vibration again. That's not how it works. It is a day in and day out practice of clearing your vibration, keeping your thoughts on higher thoughts, keeping fear outside of your mind, not allowing it to come in. And when you stay that way, it's going to start clearing out all the debris in your life. What happens is sometimes we go into a state of resistance because we fear things being removed out of our life. We think, oh no, well, how can I possibly live without that? Or what's going to happen now? Or where am I going to go? Or, all these thoughts keep running through your mind. But that is resistance. If you would just focus, center yourself, align yourself, once again, align your mind with your higher self, with your true soul essence, and allow yourself to be calmed with the fact that you are being led by the God within you, by the divine within you. The divine has no desire to hurt you or to make you feel less than or to do anything outside of love. The divine is all love. God is all love. So try not to resist changes that are taking place in your life, because they're there for your higher good. Try to just stay outside of a state of resistance and keep your thoughts on higher things. And your ascension will go a lot better. All right, the next thing that we need to talk about is hate and fear. As long as you can be kept in hate, as long as you remain in a state of hate, and that could be hating your life, hating yourself, hating another, hating the government, hating law enforcement, hating whoever, hating your neighbor, it doesn't matter. As long as you can be kept in a state of hate, you will be kept in a state of fear. And as long as you are kept in a state of fear, you will be controlled very easily. They use massive fear with the masses to keep them in a state of control. If you are in a state of love, if love is abounding within you, you don't have fear. You can't be controlled when you have love flowing out of you. It just doesn't work. The only way that people can control you, the only way that anyone can be controlled is through a state of fear. And they use hate to get you into that state of fear. So you need to be very careful. If someone has done something wrong to you, honestly, it says it right in the Bible. Jesus tells you, you need to forgive. You need to forgive 77 times 7, meaning numerous times. Continue to forgive. Continue to forgive. Continue to live within a state of love. Because if you're in a state of love, you're not in a state of fear. And therefore, control has no control over you. So it's really important with that. You need to just be very aware of what state of mind are you in? Are you in a state of love, or are you in a state of fear? The way that we're going to function, this is another thing, the way that we're going to function as humans, what I saw in the vision, it's a supernatural state. And it begins with centering yourself in love, divine love. That's how it all begins, because that is your true soul essence. Your true soul essence is love. So when you bring yourself back to that, things begin to open up for you. Supernatural abilities begin to open up. Things start going in your favor because you are in a state of divine essence. So the capabilities that humans will have once they return to their true soul essence, back to that state of love, are going to be absolutely unbelievable. And age is one of them. We were never meant to die at a certain age. Age doesn't even exist because time doesn't exist. And I know all these concepts are really difficult to understand, but as you continue your ascension and as you continue to return to your natural state of divine love, these things will begin to make sense, and they will begin to just naturally occur in your life. You know, we were meant to live and live and live and enjoy life. That's what we were meant to do. And to heal ourselves and to heal others. All these things are natural gifts that we have. These are your innate gifts within you. So the biggest thing, I have to keep going back to it, return to your true soul essence, which is divine love. It's divine love within you. The way that we're going to manifest is really unbelievable, actually. The Secret, you know, I mean, the movie The Secret, the writing The Secret, you know, everything comes back to you. Everything you put out comes back to you. Yes, that's true. And there, you know, visualizations, yes, that's very good. Visualizations are very good. But there is one piece of the manifestation puzzle that we, and there's probably some people that know this. I'm sure there is some people that know this, but it has not been made public, and I'm going to share it with you because it was shown to me in the vision, and it is very true. Your breath work, combined with manifestation abilities, is what brings it into fruition. There's a lot of things that come into play. Someone cannot just automatically say, well, I'm going to bring this into fruition. No, there's a lot of things that have to take place within. You can't just automatically, you know, snap your finger and everything's there. There's a lot of things that go into manifestation, but breath work, that needs to be a part of your manifestation practices. It's the breath, the words, the visualizations, and the breath that will bring manifestations in. But you have to be in a correct state of mind and a correct beingness in order for that to flow. So once again, you need to return to your true soul essence, which is divine love within you. The event. So people keep talking about the event, and they have for quite some time. And this is not new news. The event is individual. It's you experience the event in an individual way. It's the light that turns on within your mind and the light that turns on within your soul. It's coming back to your true soul essence. That is the event. That is the event, is coming back to your true soul essence. However, they're going to unveil extraterrestrial beings, and they're going to call that the event. They're going to unveil this when it is convenient. When it's very convenient, they're going to unveil this. And they're going to call that the event. That is not the event. If they can distract you, If they can take your eyes off of what the truth is and give a fabricated story, then that keeps you from fully ascending. So just remember, the event is you ascending. It is you returning to your true soul essence and walking in your innate abilities, supernatural abilities. It's your innate, God-given birthright to walk in your abilities. It is your God-given birthright to walk in freedom and in the power that God has given you. That is your birthright. It's your birthright to have a free mind and a free heart and a free soul. No, that does not give you a license to go out and sin or to hurt people or to commit crimes. But it goes hand in hand, because if you are walking in freedom within your heart, in your mind, in your soul, you have no desire to commit crimes or to hurt anyone or to sin. There is no desire within you to do that. You are free from the desire to sin. You are free from the desire to hurt others. That's where your freedom is. You are free to love. Divine love. Divine love. That's what it all comes back to, is divine love. And that's what you are ascending into. You are unveiling yourself as a divine being, fully filled with divine love, and all of your abilities and all of your capabilities are there for you to use. And they're there for you to use to help one another, to love one another. To love one another. We're all connected. It's all connected. So, these were the stolen files, and here they are. I don't know how far they're going to get, or where they're going to get to, or who they're going to reach, but I would imagine that the divine is going to make sure that they reach everyone they need to reach. So, this is it of A Necessary Chaos. That's the end of the book. I actually am adding in a little section because I wasn't going to include it, but after I had finished and listened to the audio, I really felt led in my spirit to go ahead and include this. At the divine appointed time, I will release more information about the book, A Necessary Chaos, and a few things that were not included. So, at the appointed time. So I just wanted to include that now. And I'm sending you all much love, much light, and much activation energy.